So take a look at these websites. Every single one of them was created with GoHighLevel. In fact, I created those myself. And I know there's this misconception with GoHighLevel websites, and most people say they suck. And I kind of agree. If you just look at their templates, most of the templates really suck. But if you actually learn how to build websites with GoHighLevel the right way, you can build amazing websites. And so I'm going to show you how I created this website right here. So let's jump into my laptop and I'll show you how. I'm going to show you guys step by step how I created this website, the specific elements in the website, how we make the design look good, how do we make the functionality like the forms, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to show you guys from top to bottom so that you can recreate this with your own websites. So number one thing is this cool header we have up here, which is just a very small section, very small margin. And I added here, like if you were a realtor and you wanted to have your email and your phone number visible on every page, you could create it like this. So let's go back. This is what it looks like. So it's just a quick section. It has essentially no margin top to bottom, and it's just very slim. The next thing is we have our navigation menu, and something that you should do with all of your GoHighLevel websites is have this as a global header. And how you do it is, let's say this section right here, you wanted it to turn it into a global section. You would go to the main element, and then here where it says save, you would click on it, and then you would save it as a, let's say, global hero, let's say, and then you would save it. So if we go here, let me just show you what it would look like. You go to sections, you scroll down to global sections, you can literally add your header on every page and it's going to look the same, because any change you make on a global section is going to make changes on every other page. And most websites, the header and the footer look the same. So that's how we create it. We save it. It's going to be here in your global sections, and you can just drag and drop. The footer I've also saved because we want it to look the same, and so this is what my footer looks like. So we have here the name, phone number, and then the navigation menu here in the footer, which is going to be the same for every page. This right here is just a quick navigation menu, and so it's very simple to add. If you guys go to sections, you add a full width, and we're going to add a element which is going to be navigation menu, which is this one right here. And so what it does is it lets you add navigation menu as well as a photo for the logo and then text. So for this one, it just works out perfect. Here we have all of our menu items: home, buyers, sellers, testimonials, contact us. And then if we scroll down, it's going to give us the ability to add a logo. So this right here is where you would add this logo here. So let's say you upload your logo and it looks really big or very small. How you would go about it is just click on the section, scroll down, and then we can change the width to match whatever size you want. So for me, I just have it at 100, but literally you could go 150, it'll make it bigger. Or if it's too big, you can go half the size at 50. It looks really small. So that's how you'd control the size of your logo. So that's pretty much section number one. We have global section done, logo, name, and then quick call to action, email, phone number if you wanted it. So this is how you would create this top section right here. And if I go to any other page, it's going to look the same. So let's hop in to contact us and let's take a look at get in touch. It looks the exact same. So that's how we accomplish that using global sections. If we keep scrolling down, guys, this is what we call the hero section. And this is very simple. I wanted it to keep it clean. We have a name, the city this realtor is in. We want to make sure that people know that they're a licensed realtor, not just a real estate agent. And then, a quick call to action if you want to check out their listings. One cool trick that I wanted to show you is, if you guys notice, the background is a tiny bit faded. And so it makes the letters and the font pop more. It makes that white stick out more and makes it easier for me to read the text. How we do this is by adding fade. And so if you guys can see here, I click on the entire section, and under general I scroll down, and just below the photo you can see opacity of image. We can change this between a heavy fade, half fade, light fade. If I go heavy, it's going to be even darker, but I don't want it too dark because then I won't be able to see the background, which is Miami. We want to show the actual background as well, but you can actually do light fade if you want to show a bit of more of the background. But as you can see, it gets a bit tricky there. You can't see the text as well, so you can do a half fade. So that's how you accomplish that darker look. Now let's keep scrolling down. This section here is just very basic, 2 elements side by side. And how you create this is by adding another full section. So I'm just going to show you guys. So we go here, I'm going to add an entire section full width, and I'm going to add 2 rows, 2 columns next to each other. The first one is going to be a photo, and then the next one is going to be just text. So we have our photo here, which is going to be an image that we already have. And then here I can just quickly add a headline. So headline right there, and then I can add just under the headline, I can do a sub headline for the text. So let's imagine we have this text ready to go. I can just go like that. Let's copy paste this very quickly. Now, if you wanted to change the alignment, you guys see here, it's aligned to the left hand side of the page. We can do that as well very quickly. Just click on it, change the alignment, and then that's it. So very simple stuff, guys. Like, this is not hard at all. I wanted to keep that clean aesthetic that realtors want to portray, that minimalist look, as well as like very clean and just something that is eye-catching and just something that is very intuitive for people that are landing on their website. That's what we're going for. So I wanted to contrast those colors, white and then that dark gray. So if we keep scrolling down, now we're gonna see the realtors listings. How I did this is, again, I have 2 sections side by side. So if we scroll down, we have photo on this side, photo on that side, and then it just repeats again. How you can accomplish this is by including a section with 2 columns side by side, just like this one, but instead of adding text, it'll just be 2 photos next to each other. So let me just show you. So if I delete this one, I can literally just duplicate here very quickly, delete this one. Now I have 2 photos side by side. So let's just say I had some quick photos just to show you what it would look like. So I can add this one right here, and then let's say I added this one. And so that's how you would have those 2 listings side by side, which is going to look like this. As you guys can see, there's a bit of margin in between, which creates that cool effect, very aesthetic in between each photo. Let me show you how you do it. So let's go back. And if you guys see here, if I click on this photo, if I go to my purple element, so the second column, you guys can see there's a bit of padding on this side. So 5 on each side and then 10 on top and bottom, and it's the same for this section. So that's what's going to create that space in between each element, and it's going to make it look very clean, just like this one. So if I keep scrolling down, same thing. And again, these are just photos that I uploaded, nothing fancy. If I scroll down, this is very cool because this is a section where the photos slide to the left or the right. So let me just show you what it looks like. So if I go here, I can click on this arrow and it's going to cycle through the photos that I already have. How you create this is just adding this element. So I go here and I go to my elements and I scroll down. It's just an image slider. So I can just add it, and then in each slide, I can add my photo. Where do you add the photo? Just right here. So let's say it was this one, boom, that's gonna add the first photo right there, and then we can keep going with the second slide. That's it. Now we have 2 slides and it's gonna cycle through those. Okay, so let's keep going now. If I keep scrolling down, we're gonna have our client testimonials. So I think this is very important if you're making a website for realtors, for a specific type of business owner that would make sense to have client testimonials. It's gonna help them get more business, then I'll definitely add them. And I just added this, very simple. Again, 2 columns side by side, and I just added them right here. Now this is slightly different. So as you guys can see, this has a photo and text next to each other. So what this is called is a image feature, I believe. So if we scroll down, it's just this one right here. So I can just add it here, and it's just a feature headline, some text, and then a photo next to each other. If you wanted to have 2 side by side, here's how you'd go about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add an element, full section, full width, and I'm gonna add 2 columns, and I'm gonna add the image feature now. If I scroll down, it's gonna be this one right here. So I can just add it, and then we want 2 of those side by side. So I can just duplicate it, drag and drop, and now we have 2 of them side by side. So that's how you're gonna create this section, which is gonna be client testimonials. You can add the photo, and then the text, the headline, and then the bottom stuff, which is just gonna be the quote. If you guys keep scrolling down, we just have a very basic contact me page, photo, some text down here, and then a quick form. This form comes straight from your GoHighLevel sub account, and you can add forms in there, create any forms that you want, and then you can just go to the website and select which form you want to include in the website. So if you click here, you guys can see that in this drop down menu, I can select from 2 of the forms that I have in this specific sub account, which is either my home valuation form that I can swap so you guys can see what it looks like, or my contact me form, which is this one right here. So 2 different forms. These come straight from your sub account. last step is the footer, which is again a global section. Now you guys know how to do global sections. It's already been saved, so every page is going to look the same. This right here is just a quick navigation menu. So if you guys see navigation menu and we have home, I wanted to include, some stuff like buyers, mortgage calculator, sellers, all this kind of stuff, contact me, all that stuff, where if somebody scrolls all the way down in the website and they wanted to check something out, they could just quickly browse and click on it, and it's going to take them back to wherever they want to go. All right, so now that we've seen the homepage, let me show you the mortgage calculator page so you guys can see other types of pages we've created and how we've gone about it. So mortgage calculator, let's take a look. So this section right here is very similar to what we had. So if we go here, mortgage calculator is very similar. And if we scroll down, we actually have a fully functional mortgage calculator. So you guys see like this is custom and it actually works, right? Interest rate goes up, the payment changes, all this kind of stuff. It is fully functional. And so how we've included this is by adding some custom code. And so as you guys can see here, this is custom HTML/JavaScript, which you can include with GoHighLevel. So that's pretty cool. So in elements, you'd go under here, scroll down, and then we would add custom code. Then you can click on it and open the code editor, and then you would input your code. So that's how we did that specific section. If you guys are curious and you don't know much about code, you can just go to a website and buy this template. You don't have to worry about coding or anything like that. You can just get this exact website if you guys are curious at all, or just check any of our other websites. And there it is. That's how you create amazing websites on GoHighLevel. And if I could give you one tip, if you're just getting started with GoHighLevel, is don't use their templates. If you use the templates and try to fix their templates, it's going to make it a bit harder. It's just, for us, it has been better to build websites from scratch. That's how you can accomplish those beautiful designs that not many GoHighLevel users can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned how to edit websites on GoHighLevel. But if you guys want to check out our Notion doc with all of the codes that we have, so if you don't know how to build code and you want to include all of this amazing stuff with GoHighLevel, you can just check out our Notion doc and add the codes to your websites yourself. As always, I'll see you on my next video.